recording, and we can introduce ourselves because we have a new person playing. I am Eric Novick. I use any pronouns, and this is the D&D game that I run. And continue, whoever wants to go next. And introduce yourselves and your characters.
I can go next. Hi, I'm Bucky. Also use they them pronouns. And I play Ethereal, the Swamp Elf Ranger Bard, who also uses they them pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it's Swamp Elf, it gets me. Hi, my name is Kit. I use he/him pronouns, and I am playing Guillaume, Henri, Jean-Baptiste, Sylvester. There's a Nemsa, and who also uses he/him pronouns, who is a half-elf ranger.
Wee baguette.
Hi, I'm Eva. I use they them pronouns. I play Blythe the bird lake warlock, and she uses she they pronouns.
Hi, I'm Renee. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Augian, but you can call them Og. They're a fire genasi barbarian, and they use they, them pronouns.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you're last. So
Sick.
it's your turn.
My name is Ed. I use he/him pronouns. I play as Company, the Warforged Hexblade. Due to the variety of personas that Company holds, kind of any pronouns will do, but by default, they/them pronouns are totally fine. Not because they're non-binary, but because they are literally a collective of people. Like
they
they're
are many.
Yeah, they are plural.
They use us and we possessively.
Yeah. For my character, I'm gonna try of they, them pronouns, but more like they're ethereal fire beings, so they have no concept of gender, so any pronouns are fine.
Tight.
Oh yeah, we love to say Koshi.
Gosh.
And just to be double sure, it's Ogian. How do you pronounce it?
Ogian, it's
Ogian.
Polish for fire, but you can call him Og.
Og.
Okay.
Og.
How
yeah.
how would they respond to being called Augie?
Probably okay. So the backstory to my character is that they kind of just woke up one day outside the city area, and they can't remember anything, and they're taken in by some halflings. I think I remember coming up with Eric, and so they are like they're very very loyal to the city, especially their like adopted family and stuff, and wanted to give back, but they're also a barbarian, and so sometimes they go into a rage with fire.
A's are names essentially natives. Unite.
Yeah.
Right, and yes, the mission is in relation to the anti-creomorphosis potion that Calabystra is attempting to make to save Strando Tamu and Amelia Earhart from their current illithid forms.
Right.
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
upsetting to me that Amelia Earhart is
Straight up.
canon.
Straight up Amelia Earhart. Like no nothing different, just straight up Amelia Earhart.
Well, it's Amelia Earhart, but she's been doing this for 30 years, or 10 years, so she's like in her 30s now.
Wait a minute. So, would that technically mean that the year is essentially we're in the early 1950s, late 1940s, right?
You could say that,
Not
but you could
necessarily.
also say that time probably works differently between realms, especially if they're further away from each other.
Time is a weird soup, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't object if anybody started talking in a transatlantic accent.
So what you're saying is that it's going to
see?
be in character for my. It's going to be in universe canon for my next character to be a 1950s greaser who talks exclusively in slang.
You
just
could
got
do that.
Guillaume. You just got Guillaume. You're so ready to roll your
I don't
next
know, with the way
character.
it goes through characters.
Yeah, honestly.
Listen, and the thing is, they're all like decently balanced characters. There's just a curse that on my first session they either need to die or
Hey.
almost die.
We brought you back. And now, wait, did you get Blythe's gift?
I did at
Yeah.
20 health potions. In
Yeah.
20.
Very important. You can take a health potion per round for 20 rounds in a row. So, you know, you got that.
Shit.
And
Speaking
it's
of
still
Blythe-
not going to be enough to keep me alive.
Yeah.
I got a commission of Blythe. If I can post that, I don't know if that's.
It's your art.
Yeah. But yeah, here she is. Here's the baby.
That's
I love her so
Hey,
much.
no offense, that's so much fucking cooler than your existing character art.
Hey, that was made by my friend. Don't shit talk their art.
No. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying that this is better.
Yeah. Your token
Yes.
is good.
Thank
This
you.
is really
This is
good.
better.
Yes.
This looks like an art piece.
Yes.
The other one looks like a character drawing, which is fine.
Mm.
It's just different.
But yeah, she's
And you're in a hole, stop digging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bucky,
I
she's
mean-
wearing her raven necklace. I don't know if you can tell.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
But yeah.
I thought that was another
After
bird
session,
just
remind me to
chilling.
tell y'all about the other West Marches game I'm in, because I have a, my character died last night, and I'm about to make it everybody
no.
else's problem.
Are you about to pull a Grayson Craig turns into a skeleton?
No, so I'm gonna be playing a gnome barbarian. Specifically a gnome barbarian librarian. He's a barbarian. His
I've
name
never
is
been
Horace Ramble
so-
Rumble.
That is a wonderful name.
So
What do you
angry.
have? There are so many things happening with this character. Every piece of information is a new hit.
Yeah, he's gonna talk in a thick Brooklyn accent.
I feel like I'm getting punched in the gut every time you tell me more
They
about
killed
your
off
character.
my Happy Sunshine Forge cleric character, and I'm making it their problem.
That is the
When
correct
you make it
response.
your character.
So,
Listen,
hey,
you've
I've got an ongoing thing. All my
random,
characters 5 feet and under are
um,
menaces.
you know, all the best parties have a Thranduil, a Thorbin, some wizard named Phil, and then Squiggles McTickle. Like, all of them have that.
Horace Rample Rump.
Yeah.
Gnome barbarian.
I mean,
This is going to be your character.
He's gonna be great. He's gonna be
whose
terrible.
last
and
name
he's
is
gonna be
Brimble
great.
Bramble? I cannot remember, but there is one. Doftof's last name is Brimble Bramble. So, like, I don't. Yeah, it happens.
You know, it's a badge of honor when somebody says that they're gonna use your character's last name as their new grinder handle.
Good night. It's been fun, everybody. I gotta go.
Yeah, this has
Ryan.
been a fun hangout.
Good session.
To wrap it
So
up.
Anyway.
Calabystra provides
Sorry.
you, Calabystra being the pink Azamar tinker that y'all have. I don't know if any of you have met, but
Oh, fuck.
Best friends.
she's out there.
Aren't
She
we
has her
all?
own tower in the world, right here, not too far from home. But she's the one putting you up for the mission, so she has given you a device that should lead you to the oleander flower, because you're going into a place that you've never been before and have no reason to think that you would understand how to get it. She thought ahead
Great.
and didn't send you into a strange new realm with nothing.
Who
Appreciate
does
that.
that? Who does that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one
that's-
has ever done that. I don't know what you're talking about.
No one goes
Yes.
into weird demi-planes
Yeah.
with nothing but, the fucking clothes on their back and a lot of gumption. No one does that.
No
Not
one
in this
does
group.
that.
Nope, never.
Yeah. So you all, meet up with Onarth, the spider-bodied, eel-headed alien that you.
I hate that you have to explicitly describe him every time. I remember who he is. You just make it
Renee
so much
doesn't.
worse.
I appreciate it.
Renee has never met Onarth.
Renee, I'm so sorry that you have to meet Onar.
Um,
Imagine the worst part of land and sea and just
yes. But he's got little hands in front and a fanny pack.
Because that
Okay,
makes
fanny
it
pack
better.
makes up for it.
But yeah.
I'm in Spain without the S.
You get into his sun jumper, and
Before we go, can I
Yes.
grab some stuff
Oh!
out of the armory?
yes, grab stuff out of the armory, and I
Downtime.
completely forgot about downtime.
We love downtime actions.
Yes.
How dare you try to take our downtime actions from
Oh,
us?
I'm not.
My God. I can finally
Um,
continue my clock.
Renee,
can
do
believe
you
it.
have access? You should have access. It should be in the house rules. What are they called?
Yeah, I think I
Channel.
saw.
Way at the top.
Alright, house rules.
It's like the second or third down, I think.
Yeah, downtime rules.
Oh, Eric, you should just pin it.
That's a good idea. I didn't know how to pin things when I created this, so
I don't know if it was a feature back.
Probably
pretty
was.
sure it was.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know. Anyway, that's probably the most important piece of rules in here. But basically, it helps us describe what our character has been up to in the time since we last saw them. In your case, we've never seen your character before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically allows us to take long rests and then get some extra bonus. Who would like to go first? Oh, Renee went away.
Oh, I'm away. Oh, no.
Looks like you left Roll20.
Oh, seems like Roll20 has crashed for me. I gotta reload this.
No.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No, there's too many
let
people
me-
on this Roll20 call.
While people are reloading, I can go first.
Excellent.
So I wanted to start a project clock, kind of relating to something I brought up last time, which
Okay.
was during my bard training, we were looking at, or Theriel was looking at different laws and going, some of these are really stupid and outdated. So I wanted to maybe start a project clock that's like starting petitions and getting signatures to get those removed or changed. Kind of like the ones that are essentially the no carrying ice cream in your back pocket on Sunday laws.
I think that's a wonderful idea, especially because Zarnemsa is becoming this hub of trade between the various kingdoms of the seasons. Yeah, so we'll start. What lifestyle cost are you gonna go with?
I have ash to burn. So
Awesome. So
let's-
I'm guessing rich because it's only 40 gold.
yeah, let's go rich.
Excellent. And you'll roll 2d6 and then add that. And you may spend 100 gold for +1, and you may do that 3 times.
Okay. Okay. 2d6 plus. Oh, please load. Please load for me. Google, why do you hate me today? There we go.
Okay, for the first
Okay, so
time
that's
on this
a
call,
13.
it's the other one.
13. We'll give you 2 ticks in your project clock.
All right.
And I should probably make it clear whose project clock this is.
And how much did you say cost was?
100 for +1. And then you also had the... Wait, no. Yeah, so if you want... Oh, I see. You added 2, and yeah, if you wanted a +1, you can... Yeah, pay 100 gold and it becomes 4 ticks. The 14, which will give you 3 ticks.
It'll be good for now. It'll be something I can work towards.
Okay.
And
So
then... What was that?
I'll mention it later. I didn't realize you were still talking. Sorry.
Okay, and then just the other thing was I wanted to take 2 things out of the armory if I could.
Okay, yeah, just let me know what they are, and I can remove them from the document, or at least...
Could I take the Sorrow Shard and the boot? There were boots I was looking at. Oh, the boots of false tracks.
Sorrow Shard. Yes. Oh, that's fun. You've got
Yeah.
Sorrow Shard, and Ed has the other one.
Shatterstar?
Shatterstar, yeah. Both weapons of Drolnoth, Herald of Creation.
There's one more, isn't there?
There is. There's
Yeah,
Sparklash.
there is.
What is that?
A whip.
That's
Ah,
it.
god damn it.
What?
I'm sorry. I got excited because it was like, oh, best friends have the creator weapons, but Blythe cannot have
No whip
Handle?
proficiency.
yeah, no.
Right.
Just be a hexblade. Martial weapon proficiency.
Hey, I've already picked my patron and I will defend him with my life.
You almost did.
Yes,
Yep.
you got real close.
Mhm.
You
And
almost
what was
became
the
third level.
other one?
The
Would've been good
boots
for the
of
plants.
false tracks. Just because I thought those would be kind of fun.
Yeah. While wearing these boots. Oh, cool.
So also, what I'm hearing is you just want to abolish all laws, right?
No, what I'm trying to do, that would be very funny.
Anarchy.
And I kind of
Anarchy.
like that idea. However, the Ariel's starting small based on their previous experiences with trying to do, you know, taking matters into their own hands, aka accidental eco-terrorism. So they're gonna start small and then go from there.
Okay. Accidental eco-terrorism?
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
a whole thing.
it was a whole thing. The Ariel got kicked out of their town because they were blamed for being the brains of the idea when they weren't.
That's why we bit that guy's ass.
Yeah, that's why we kicked that guy's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the eco-terrorism. I do remember kicking that guy's ass.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't
me and a-
remember either.
Kit, you were there.
Yeah, Footfalls
I know,
was
that's
there.
the problem.
It was Footfalls, Doftoff, Crake, and the Ariel went on that one because it was the Ritual of Hate mission.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the tournament where we kicked another guy's
Yeah,
ass?
no.
Oh, you
also
kicked the
kick
same
my-
guy's ass.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
we kicked the
Just
same
twice.
guy's ass twice in 2 different contexts.
He left his
Nice.
old hometown to go live a new life as a gladiator, and then Theriel showed up again to kick his ass again.
Catch
just
these
unfortunate.
hands, you motherfucker.
You escaped
Um,
from me.
I'm trying something new.
All right.
2-for-1 discount on these knuckle sandwiches.
Excellent.
Huzzah!
Buy one get
In
one
camera.
free.
Kit, that'd be great, except I still can't fucking see you. I just see your icon.
But yeah, that'll be my downtime stuff. So there we
Excellent.
go.
Who else would like to do their downtime action?
I have mine ready. If other
Excellent.
people are figuring their stuff out. I would like to go to Verdile to talk to the Spring Queen
Okay.
about the great tree and the threat that was posed to it recently, and request that a troop of guardians is dispatched to the tree to protect it, and also to make sure that nothing goes through the garden that isn't supposed to go through the garden.
Okay. In order to abstract this, because this could be its own mission.
Shit.
No,
Okay.
it can also just be a project clock.
Okay.
Seeing as you have to go to her court, make sure you've got the right clothes, make sure you're following the proper procedure, and even if you're doing everything right, that doesn't mean she'll be able to hear you that day. You might have to talk to some lower level people first.
Okay.
And I feel like that would make a good project clock.
Cool. I'll do that. Although I was kind of hoping that I could pick up the gift book on my way out of Verdale because they have a library. But yeah, okay.
I mean, you probably could.
I could. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. So I'll do that. I am having just downtime moves real fast, just so I can remember how much. Yeah, so I'm gonna be living a rich lifestyle to help with this clock. I have a bunch of attacks in red in my character sheet. Does anyone else have that?
Could be a new thing.
I don't see anything.
Oh yes, your Eldritch Blast.
I can see my Gust, Sleep, Thunderstep, Sickening Radiance, Falling Leaf, Scatter, and Eldritch Blast all in red. It might be just a bug, but
Maybe it's you have to indicate that you took a long rest or something. I don't know.
maybe, but it doesn't have a. Would it work now? Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, what am I rolling?
You're rolling 2d6 plus 2, and then you can get up to an additional plus 3 by spending 100 gold per bonus.
Okay. Do I have to say it now, or can I do it after?
You're supposed to say it now.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, how much gold is it per an additional what?
You can get plus 1 for 100 gold, plus 2 for 200 gold, or plus 3 for 300 gold.
I'll do the plus 3 for 300 gold.
Okay.
Because this is a very, very important matter.
Indeed.
So it's 2d6 plus 5?
Yes. Nice.
Yay.
15 gives you 3 ticks, which allows you to get just under halfway.
Okay.
So you're definitely working your way through the long bureaucracy.
Yep. I want to imagine that like part of it was Blythe going shopping and getting like a really nice dress, and then she hates the dress and gets some like nice pants, and then goes back. Probably like attempts one time to go in, gets rejected immediately, and goes, "I need someone to tell me how this works." Maybe takes an etiquette lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Blythe's downtime.
Excellent. Who would like to do their downtime next?
I'll go. I would like to upgrade a facility.
Ooh, fun. What are you
I'd
upgrading?
like to upgrade the Statue of Heroes, or whatever it's called.
Yes, the Monument of Heroes.
Monument of Heroes, same thing, really. What is a statue but a fancy monument?
No, other way. Wouldn't a monument be a fancy statue?
Doesn't matter.
So you want to upgrade the Monument of Heroes. It's a level 7. So
Correct.
that'll be 1 shard and 7,000 gold.
Can I grab the shard from the armory?
You may.
I'm grabbing the shard from the armory and spending almost all of my remaining gold.
Excellent.
The Monument of Heroes on the map?
No. The Monument of
Okay.
Heroes is in the town of Zernemsa
Okay.
Google Doc, which is currently being reworked because it is no longer just the town of Zernemsa. It is the city of Zernemsa as well as the outposts nearby and the various other cities, because as the place becomes more interconnected and you start heading out into the all else, to the Bilka cluster and beyond, it more becomes that Molduna itself is the hub instead of just Zarnemsa.
Okay.
Molduna being
Hey.
a planet or realm.
Thank you.
Yeah, lots changing.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all of that.
No, we don't.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, so we got a level 7 Monument of Heroes, which allows new characters to start at level 7. And the monument is in Capital, which is the capital of Uriaris's, the King of Summer, his kingdom. I'm pretty sure I explained this to you, Renee, at one point, but that was probably 3 years ago. The Phoenix Guard serves Uriaris, King of Summer, as a way to. They were tasked with clearing out the West Marches of monsters and establishing a larger settlement in the region to expand his influence, and then they got sidetracked with universal travel and illithids and going past the gates of death.
Okay.
And now they're back onto the mission, but now the mission also includes traveling to other realms.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Awesome. Ed or Renee, do you have your downtime action?
I think so.
Okay.
So I was looking at mine. I'm going off of the idea that I just sort of woke up here and going on, been taken in by looking at my character sheet. It's actually gnomes that took me in because I know gnomish.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They have a modest living, so I don't get any mods. It just makes sense that they're like, modest older couple that took me in. But I am going to try to study and learn things about the world because I don't know anything. So
Awesome. So, study table has some stuff. So,
where's the study table, or is that something you're looking at?
So, at the bottom of downtime, like the list of actions you can take, there's a link to the downtime tables. You don't actually have to go here. Basically, you make an intelligence check. It can be either flat intelligence or history, arcana, nature, or religion, if those are the things that you want to ask about.
Okay.
So. And you can spend 100 gold for +1, 200 for +2, 300 for +3. And you can ask questions which must be truthfully answered. And possibly follow-ups.
Okay. Let me... Do you mind if I look to see what... look through the tables for a minute and see if I can come up with a question?
Okay. The table really just says you get one question, partial information.
Okay.
Or you get 2 questions plus 1 follow-up. It doesn't have a list of questions.
Okay. Gotta figure out what I want to ask then. Okay. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Brian's heading out.
Bye, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Bye, Brian. All right. Sorry if I'm looking a little in every direction. I'm just getting my new setup here.
I can still only see your icon, so you're good.
I can see him just fine.
Same.
Yeah, I can see everyone just fine.
The only person I can't see is Bucky.
Oh, beans.
Don't do anything. I feel like if you reload, I won't see anyone.
Okay. Hopefully it's just that picture of Tetsu with his tongue sticking out. Or my pick crew icon.
All I see is, I assume, Theriel.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, and now Kit's reloading. Goodbye forever.
Jinxed it.
Renee, what's going on in your head?
I'm trying to figure out what I should ask, and my only thing I could think of is like, what's the most important thing I should know?
You could also bank these questions for later.
Okay, that might be good. Maybe I'll save that for when we're on the... So
yeah.
I'm gonna...
What's the most important thing you should know? Make sure you fold your socks.
Make sure to alphabetize them too.
Okay.
What are
but
socks?
I'm gonna do just a straight... No, I'm gonna do a history check, I think. I think I'm gonna try to learn about the history of this place.
Okay.
So what should I roll?
You roll a history skill check. On your character sheet, if you click history, it should automatically roll.
Okay. History. Okay.
And you got a natural 20 on your first ever roll.
Congratulations.
Get me. I just hit the books hard. I just went around asking everyone to be like, "What is this place?"
Um,
In true Renee fashion.
yeah. So, you're gonna get 3 questions and 3 follow-ups.
3 questions and 3 follow-ups. Okay, I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm gonna write that down in the XP section right now. At the end of the session, we go over all the cool stuff that happened, and I award XP for it. So Renee rolling a D20 or a nat 20 on her first ever roll is important. Awesome. So, Ed, you have a downtime action as well.
I'm still here. Yes,
Oops.
I need to. Oh no, what have I done?
Nope.
Fun fact: if you hold down Alt and click on a conversation in Discord, something bad happens.
Oh no.
Huh.
Not bad, but it just tries to open it up in browser for some godforsaken reason.
That's weird.
So I would like to start a project.
Fun.
With my downtime action. I would like to, per strongholds and followers rules, I would like to form an establishment, so to speak. And what I'd like to do is overtake the armory, which is kind of currently acting as a just sort of a glorified weapons shed, and turn it into like an actual functioning part of this community instead of, yeah, we killed this guy, I'm just gonna leave this here, someone else needs it. Someone else dies, take their stuff, put it there, you know.
Awesome. So actually, establishments, the what are they called? Strongholds.
Yes.
Strongholds are facilities. So rather than do a clock or project, you just start it, and then after a certain number of days, it will be finished, and we'll write it down on the calendar.
Nice.
I don't know how many days it takes, but I have the book that tells me.
Hell if I know.
A really long time.
Son of a bitch.
So
If you
keep
hit
roll
Alt
forward.
F4, it closes whatever program you're using.
Well, don't do that. All right. So.
Wasn't that like a meme like years ago? Like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, if you hit Alt F4.
I know. I did it by accident, guys.
So Ed, you
Yes.
will pay 6,000. No, you'll pay 3,000 gold because you're using a existing building, and it'll take.
If I pay more, does it go faster?
No. You can only pay so much before adding additional people. Just bogs things down.
Fair.
But it only takes 90 days.
Which is only 2 centuries long in real time.
God. Hey, by 90 days, maybe I'll be able to start my new work from home schedule. They don't let me go hybrid until after 90 days.
I wish
That's
our
great.
office was open.
I love it.
I should update my gold on my sheet, right? I have to pay 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
it is first. It is the first of Hexus. So in 90 days. What's 90 divided by 28? 3.21. Wonderful. 8 times 3. 84 days. Septus.
And you said 6,000 gold?
Yes. 3,000. So that's 90 days. No, that's 84, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So on the 7th of Nonus, your armory will be complete.
What does that mean?
Nonus is the 9th month. It is currently
In about
Hexus.
3 months from now.
So in 3 months and 6 days.
Did he?
Sick.
Or, in other words, 90 days.
Thanks, Skip. Appreciate that.
Why
Companies.
did his take shorter than mine did?
Because you're making a temple?
Yeah,
That's why.
it's a lie.
Is-
It's not a temple. We don't
Is this
call it that.
tracked in real time?
No, this is tracked on the calendar.
Where's the calendar?
I have it. I'm looking at it right now. I'll just.
Okay, thank you, Eva.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm adding it right now. It's a temple. That is.
Is this in the docs?
Yep. Somewhere. It's also at the bottom of downtime rules, or like, not at the bottom. Wait. No, it's not. It's somewhere.
I'm having an incredible amount of deja vu right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but me asking this exact question and like Eva providing this document and then you explaining it, I feel like all of this has happened before.
Very.
And it probably will
Possibly.
happen again.
It's very surreal. Anyways, so how do I know what day we're on?
Well,
See
it's
the mission title?
the day of the 28th, 82nd mission, which is the first of Hexus.
It's a full moon
Happy
as well.
Hexus, everyone. Yes.
Yes.
Happy Hex.
And a Texas to you, too.
Yeah, this is the day, or yeah, the first of Hexus is when they start playing Hexus Hold'em.
God fucking damn it. We've been had.
Well, you know, this is also the prime month for gatherings
No.
of crops, because everything is bigger in Hexus.
All right, it's
Blink
my
away
turn
the
to
psychic
go.
damage.
It's been a nice session. Thanks for
Blink
the new
away.
shit. I'm
Blink
out.
away the psychic damage, too.
All
Just
right.
blink it away.
So
Yeah, hang on. This is for the bit.
finally, we remembered what we were doing, what we've
5
been
points of
doing,
damage.
and now you get onto the angular purple ship run by Onarth. And you know, he greets you as you enter his ship. So you got some new games to play? Yes? No?
Yeah, we were just told about this game called Hexus Hold'em.
Oh, excellent. I love Hexus Hold'em. We can play
You
that
mean
the whole trip.
excellent.
Yes, excellent indeed. All right, let's get going. And, you know, you all pile on. He doesn't have seats for you, but you know to sit at the back corner when the ship starts. Because
I don't. I'm
Slowly take
standing
some
in the dead
banjo.
center.
so
You're gonna regret that.
I'll
Just
get-
slowly take the
Company's going to
banjo
post
off
up
and
by the
cradle
wall.
yeah, everyone
his-
prepares, keeps all their
I
stuff
would like
safe.
I would like to tell Og that they have to sit in the back. I would like them not to fly off. Be like, hi.
Okay,
I'm-
I will listen to Blythe and go sit down. I'm just like, oh, okay, yep, I will follow.
Yeah. And so the ship, you know, becomes upright, launches into the air. You're briefly
Og
weightless.
is shook right now. Just so
Yeah.
you know, Og is like, mind is blown. Doesn't know
Um,
what's going on. Very excited.
It orients so that it is facing towards the sun, and you can see the planet below you. And then you are, pushed back against the back wall again as you fly directly into the sun. And yeah, there's a swirl of orange lights that pass you. There's various other colors, purples, greens that pass by as well. There's also at one point during your trip, you notice there's it's like a megaphone, but it's not a megaphone. It's like pre-megaphone megaphones. It's not
Like one of those
electronic.
kind of director cones.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a
called the
director
speaking
cone.
trumpet.
Speaking trumpet. There's like a speaking trumpet that passes by, and like a rowing oar.
No, not the Harvard rowing team.
Yeah, the 1960s Harvard rowing team.
Did they get eaten by some eldritch horror?
I think we
Perhaps.
passed them the first time Theriel was on this ship.
Yeah.
Theriel just kind of like waves at them as we go by.
Oh, you don't see the Harvard rowing team. You see fragments of their rowboat and their equipment.
Oh no.
None
Our
of you would
boys.
know this, but the Hotel California got them.
Scoozy?
That makes sense.
That actually makes sense.
Kit knows
I
what I'm talking
understand
about.
So much. I wasn't even on that mission, and I know what you're talking about. Nice.
Pouring out for the Harvard rowing team.
So it takes about, I don't know how long exactly, but close to a day of just sitting in this pretty blank ship. Which is why Onarth asked you if you brought new games, because it's very boring on this ship.
I actually do have a way to play Texas Hold'em in D&D with dice.
Holy shit.
Fun. Let's not do it right now, because we've already spent like an hour just doing bullshit. Yes.
Blythe is in the back, kind of explaining to Theriel and company, like, and they do this. You have to do this thing with your knees when you meet important people, and like go down a bit, but like not all the way down, just a little bit, and then go up. And you have to wear gloves, which are really annoying because I have feathers and it doesn't really work very well. But yeah, and then they told me to come back again next time. I waited there for a few hours. It was not fun.
Well, next time. Theriel kind of pats them on the shoulder.
It's important, though. You'd think they'd be more interested to listen. Since last time we were there, they kind of helped with a different tree, and they seem to care about the other tree. But no, this tree is not as important, even though it is.
Yeah, they're kind of flatty, and I imagine they're still maybe a little bit sore about the whole situation with the owl, but
That's fair. That all sucked.
yeah, I know. We'll figure something out, all right? How you holding up over there, Og? You're doing a whole lot better than I did. First time I was on this thing, I puked.
They did.
No, it's pretty remarkable. Not gonna lie. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't fully know how I signed up. Just really excited to be here. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. That's a good. I'm really thankful. Like, should I do the knee thing for everyone, or Should I have done that before when I signed up? I'm real sorry, guys. I should have. I try to do like a little knee thing while still being sat on the boat.
I do the knee thing back.
Yeah. Just
Is
very
this
happy,
like a
and I'm like,
kneeling-
Ariel
I'm
just
great.
lets that happen.
Is this like a kneeling greeting kind of thing?
It's a
A
curtsy.
curtsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A knee thing is a fucking
Yes.
curtsy.
Well,
Good God.
listen, like we told Guillaume last time, we brought Guillaume on a mission. Say hi, Guillaume.
Hello,
Yeah,
Guillaume.
how's Guillaume doing? Isn't this his first time in space?
It is his first time in space, so Guillaume is mostly just kind of like sitting and just mostly like petting and making sure Rishi's doing okay.
Well, listen, Og, you just hang out real close to Guillaume, and we'll make sure that the two of you come back mostly in one piece.
Sounds good.
Yes, and when they say mostly, they do mean mostly.
Did you get my potions? You should keep them close. They should help next time.
Yes, I did get your potions.
I did not.
Thank you.
I was going to say thank you anyway. But I'm really excited about this big fire thing. I wonder if that's maybe where I came from. I don't remember anything. I don't know if I mentioned that. But I'm fire, and that's fire. So maybe. I don't know.
Hi, fire. Is
Mhm.
so?
Can
Is
I,
your
like,
other name fire, or is it?
I'm sorry.
did you add the
Do you
fire?
mean the sun?
Yeah.
Well,
Ox
we
snaps
were
their
thinking
fingers,
it.
and like a tiny bit of fire comes off their fingertips.
Oh, that's so cool.
The Ariel kind of leans over and goes, "Listen, I wasn't gonna say it. Just better be polite in these situations."
I feel like because we're on the spaceship, I feel like it'd be appropriate to bring back this guy. But fucking when Onar says the sun, you just hear where company was standing. Yeah, do you not know what the fucking sun is, my guy? And like a balding middle-aged man with a paunch is standing where company was. This, for those of you who went on a mission with company in space before, this is Gary, short for Garrison. He is one of the many occupants of company's body.
I was about to touch the fire, but the moment Gary showed up, I'm just gonna step backwards so Theriel and go, I don't like it when they do that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Gary seems appropriate in the moment.
Yeah.
Kind of miss the turtle the most.
If we go back to the turtle planet, I feel like Gary's talking to Onarth like, Onarth, buddy, it's been a long time. How you doing? You still got that thing with your body and everything.
Yeah,
You
I'm
look good, though.
still the way I am, yeah.
Yeah. I like it. It's weird. It's kind of
You are
sexy.
beautiful.
Do the ladies like it?
I mean, other Neog ladies, yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Hey, man, that's all that matters.
Did you know that most birds actually eat bugs? And I'm petting I'm petting Naira as I say that. I'm just kind of like,
Fucking.
Yes, I'm aware that normal sized birds eat normal sized bugs. I am, of course, not
Naira's
a
just
bug.
like slowly tilting her head, just like staring at Onar.
I feel like Naira's like now considering. It's like,
Yeah, Naira wasn't thinking about it before, but now giant birds got interest.
yeah, I'm gonna scratch her chin and be like, but Naira isn't a normal sized bird, are you? You're
And
a
I'm
big
not a
bird.
bug.
yeah, this guy is 100% not a normal sized insect or eel. By the way, is that a dragon and a guy made of fire?
A fun fact, dragons, especially Vishlu here, they will eat pretty much anything, and it doesn't particularly care about size. She normally likes to spit a little acid on it, soften it up a little first.
Yeah, I remember a couple ladies who like to spit acid on it first. You ever been with a yuan tea? Oh no.
No, no. By the way,
I
I'm
will.
feeling a lot of like hostile energy coming my way.
Yeah, there's
I
a
will
lot of
remind you that I'm the
hostility.
only one who knows how to fly this ship here. So if you don't
There,
want to like crash,
The
I,
Ariel kind of like puts a hand on Naira's beak and just kind of like gently lowers her face towards the floor, like, okay, and we're done now.
Oh, okay.
Stops.
Did we do something? I'm still petting Naira.
yeah, Onarth, I don't know what it is. I feel like the rest of this vessel is directing a lot of negative energy over in this direction. I don't know why. We're two lovable guys.
yeah,
God.
you know,
I don't think I have any hostile energy.
I'm not saying you're hostile. I'm
I wouldn't
saying I'm
call it overly
feeling like
hostile.
this hostile energy. You know, I'm
It's
getting that
Oh,
vibe.
it's
you know,
almost passive aggressive.
I've heard a lot of times when something makes you feel something, it might have something to do with your pre-existing experiences, and you should look into yourself to see why it makes you feel that way.
Are you
I,
quoting one of company's alter ego?
Yes.
yeah, the Ariel kind of like looks at Garrison and goes, any chance the therapist can join us for a hot sec, maybe for a bit of conflict group
No,
mediation?
no,
No, no, no. Here's how it works.
please no.
All of us gather around a nice little table. Imagine a big empty room. There are a lot of dudes in it. It's kind of gross. Doesn't smell very good. There's a big table. There's a deck of cards. Everybody's got a number, right? You pull from the deck of cards, whatever's number it is, they get to go. And I got my number this time. I'm not giving it to that weird duck guy. It's not his turn yet.
So who's company then?
All right,
Oh,
fair enough.
company is the deck of cards itself. Like when we don't pull
Oh,
anything, it's company all the time.
I was to understand that company was more the room.
Yeah, it's so company is both the deck of cards and the room itself.
so am I best friends with all of the cards?
No, we don't know who you are. You seem nice enough from what we've seen. No, 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 no. Don't get offended. That's not like a personal attack. That's like a hi, I'm Gary. It's nice to meet you. I believe this is the first time we're conversing face to face.
Oh, you're quite rude, and I'm gonna turn around and pet Naira.
All right, fair enough. Uh, hey,
The
Onarth,
Ariel just kind
buddy.
of like shrugs at Garrison, like, eh.
Eh, yeah,
You really offended Blythe with we don't know you, like
well,
heartbroken.
I feel like that's not unreasonable to say. Like, yeah, we're strangers. I
Heartbroken.
don't think we're friends yet.
Heartbroken.
I feel like Gary's like, oh, company will fix this. Anyways, the one with the curtsy who doesn't know what the sun is called. What was your name again?
Ogden? But you can
Oh,
call me Og.
Ugyn. Got it. It's
Mhm.
Og. Og. That's a strong name. I like it. Do you not know what the sun is? I'm sorry. I'm really hung up on this. This ship is called the Sun Jumper, right? Owner, am I getting that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're on
Which
the
means that it
sun.
jumps over the sun, correct?
No, it jumps through the sun. Think for a minute, Frenchie. Whatever that is. Zarnemson.
You can call him Zempsy or Zanemsa.
Zempsy. There it is. I like it.
Just stop
I like this
laughing,
guy.
my
I
shoulder
get along with this
hurts.
guy. I just did you get on this ship, thinking like, sun jumper? I don't know what the sun is, but I have jumped before. I'd love to know
Um,
where you're at.
maybe a little bit. I didn't actually look at the name of the ship. I kind of just followed my friends here.
I kind of
Maybe.
go over talking and go, don't worry, I go places people tell me to go sometimes, and it's fun, and it turns out fine, even if I don't know the name of the ship. You're being very rude. And I say again, I'm just kind of like turning my
No, no,
back.
hey, 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 hey. I look, the last time, if I remember correctly, and I was spectating, it was pretty entertaining. The last time we were in the ship, we had someone who was new. We were new. It was a little surreal. Be honest, I was quite overwhelmed. Onarth can attest. So can Theariel. And that other fancy pants guy. Is he dead? Did he die? He almost died. That's the thing. I like to be careful. We have like a near zero mortality rate on these missions. I'd like to keep it like that. Looks good. Numbers are good. Used to be in a mercenary company. When your name is Garrison, you like to, keep the personnel alive, right? Right? Just
Yeah.
not trying to be rude.
Well, I am quite strong. I like to be strong, and I'm fire, so I think I'm good. I just don't remember what I know. I now
Alright.
know that I did know what the sun was, because that
Okay.
sounds familiar.
All right.
But I didn't know about it before I knew it. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense.
No,
Anyway,
no,
I
no, no.
woke
It's
up
okay.
like
We
an
got
hour
another
ago.
we got another guy who's kind of like you. He's a nice fella.
Oh, thanks.
He just
Um,
says he's kind of hard to talk to. You say something and he's like, yeah, that's it. Yep, yes, yeah. He remembers a lot of things all the time, and then probably
Which one
forgets.
is that?
You haven't met him. Yeah, you haven't met any of us. This is the first. You just thought we were just a robot.
No, I just like company best.
Yeah, I know you do. Company's like a weird little softy. We love the guy. He's great.
And I will remind you all that I have been here since before you have been.
Yeah. Sure. Why is it just now that I'm meeting you?
Because just now has been the time when I actually got the dragon, and I'm not just the regular scout for the Phoenix Guard.
Oh, I see. So you by yourself, Mister Zempsey, you're like, oh, I'm a guy. I'm cool. I'm strong enough, but I'm not dragon strong. Now you got a dragon. Now you're dragon strong.
And you're just a guy until I get sucked into a metal body strong.
No, I was like, look, hey, my specialty is a big fucking hammer. I can turn this thing into a big fuck off hammer if you want me to. I was strong before. Yeah, I got killed. That's different, right? Okay. Not gonna talk
Doesn't
about
sound
that.
like you were strong enough then.
Oh, says the guy who wouldn't leave town without a dragon. Ooh.
I
What a
was the
bark.
guy who was going out and scouting before you all got here.
Wait, aren't you part of a deck of many people that were one town?
One town? No. Oh, you're a very nice kid. We're a whole mercenary company. I realize company doesn't talk about us very often. We were a whole mercenary company. We salvaged company from an old site that we found. We got hired to protect a bunch of diggers. They said, keep whatever you want. We already got the golden stuff from it. We fucking found this one weird ass body. Ta da! We all die and wake up
Oh,
in
company
a
weird.
metal body.
I
Hey, no,
Question,
if
was
you
the
just saw like a naked, half broken robot, would you not be a little confused? Would you not be a little weirded out by that?
no.
I was.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was the duck guy one of the people on this little trip of yours?
Yep. We didn't have a choice. We were all hired to come along. We all came along. We
That is some buck wild shit. Thank you for telling us all that.
yeah, no, you're welcome. Happy to be of service to you. I'm gonna go. I'm getting some real dirty looks from the one with the wings.
Also, I would like to move this along. I know this conversation could go endlessly,
Oh
but
yes,
I
it could.
would like to actually do what we've come here to do.
Once company
You
comes
have to
back, Bite is
admit-
just gonna hug them, be like, "I missed you. Don't do that again."
I feel
You
like
have to
Gary's like,
admit, this is some of the best RP we've ever done.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like
I also have in my head that Og right now is just writing down all of Garrison's or Gary's story, like in this book. I kind of pictured that my history role was that I got a book, like a history book, that I'm just like writing in the back as much information. I was like, I just gotta read this book when I get the time. I just gotta find out more. How did I not know what the sun was?
I feel like Gary asked some like relatively solid questions.
Oh yeah,
Maybe-
no, it's a good question, but I'm just like, I gotta know.
Gary's like, I'm getting
No,
some
right.
dirty looks from the bird with the scary looking sword and that other big bird and that dragon. I'm also getting some dirty look. I'm gonna go. I'm sure you got places to be. I'm retired, as you can see. I've let myself go a little bit. He's like
Bye.
sizable
Yeah,
podge.
so all of you can take inspiration for this very long scene.
I would
Apologies.
like to hug company when they're back. Just be like, don't do it. Don't do that. That's not fun.
I feel like company's just like, what happened?
What?
Why am I being embraced?
You're my favorite one. I hope you know this.
Thank you.
And then the plane lands.
Yep.
Well, you exit the sun, a different sun. Slowly, the colors have changed from this bright orange to a darker red. And you know, it flashes black as you enter the distance between the realm and the sun. Actually, wait, no. I changed that. Never mind. It flashes blue. Bright as the sky without clouds. Below you is a forest that you can't see the end of. And almost immediately, a hand with a thumb on the other side emerges from the woods.
So like a left hand or a right hand?
No, like
A hand with
Oh,
two
okay.
thumbs.
Two
6
thumbs.
fingers, 2 thumbs.
I thought you were talking about like a hand.
A
with the
hand,
thumb
but
on
with
the
the
other
thumb on the other side.
So backwards hand.
So the left hand instead of the right.
We are in top form tonight. I love this.
That's
So-
why I was so confused. I'm like, so it's just another guy's hand. It's just a different arm.
The scariest D&D encounter we've ever had. A left hand. Oh god, I messed
Anyway,
up my shoulder. I can't laugh too much.
The ship
Oh my god, a lefty. A witch!
starts
Mama!
being pulled towards this hand. You see there's a hole in its palm that is sucking air, and you along with it into its grasp. Onarth manages to avoid it and crash into some trees instead. But I'm going to need you to do a skill challenge for your crash landing.
This is already gonna go bad. I don't have any skills that are gonna be super helpful.
I'm
to
gonna
find
do a
something.
survival check.
Okay. How is that helping?
Probably not, but it's what I'm proficient in.
Okay.
Maybe trying to like figure out a good like seeing from the air if there's like a good place for us to crash land without.
Okay, yeah. Yelling at Onarth saying, crash there, crash there!
Yeah. Do your best, crash there.
Yeah, roll a survival check. The DC is going to be 15.
Well, that didn't do it.
Oh. Okay.
Is
It's
that
going to
2
be
failures?
1 failure.
Oh, thank god.
No, I'm resetting it because I haven't reset it since a while.
I would like to, using Featherfall, which I just have, I would
Okay.
like to also combine that with an acrobatics check to attempt to flip my way in whichever best way possible to get to the controls, and I assist Onarth in correcting the ship's
Okay.
trajectory.
I'm going to call that DC 17, but roll with advantage for the Featherfall. And so, Renee, what we're doing is we're going through our skills, the ones we're proficient in, and seeing how we can use them to solve the current problem. We go in order, or no order, but we go all 5, and then if it's not resolved, we'll roll again.
Yeah, I'm looking at my skills, trying to see, because I don't really see how animal handling is really gonna help the crashing ship. So,
If you have any strength or dexterity based skills, or even intelligence, I built a character around interacting with people, and we don't do very much of that here. Usually, these skill challenges are rocks fall, don't die.
I
Yeah.
just noticed that even though I have none of my proficiencies are in charisma check related stuff. Like I don't have anything that's plus my proficiency bonus on top of my charisma bonus.
Hey, that's a lot
I'm
better
a
than
warlock.
me. I have a bunch of zeros for a lot of scores.
I was thinking, after Thurl didn't spot a good spot for us to crash, I was gonna use my perception and be like, "No, crash over there."
That
Can
could work
I?
too. Yeah.
Can I give them a bardic inspiration?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Where do
Pull out the
I
banjo and do a
mark
quick ding 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 towards Og. And that'll give you a d6 that you can
Alright.
add
Okay.
to.
So do I click my perception then?
Yes. Click your perception, and then you can also roll a d6. There, if you look to the left side, there's a d20, or you can just type it in. What is it? /R.
Oh, but it was the slash. I forgot the.
Yeah. So
slash.
roll 1d6.
Eva, that is
Slash R.
remarkable.
Thank you.
I'm
Completely
genuinely
on accident.
impressed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. So
Well,
I guided you guys
Oh,
to the
no.
worst spot.
well, at least it's not death saving for us.
Start
True.
playing a banjo version of
It might
where
be.
we're going down.
Not yet.
I'm pointing us at the sun that we had passed. Be like, go back!
Yeah, so the ship gets like hit by a tree, gets twirled around. You look back at the sun. It isn't a sun that you would recognize. It is this massive. The trees are quite large underneath you. It is easily 10 times as tall as these trees. 6 arms. At least 4 legs. And the sun is a face of a child or baby.
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies.
Oh god, I hate that.
Great.
Can't believe Moroku did us dirty like this and crash landed us on the Teletubby planet.
If there's more Teletubbies on this planet, I'm gonna lose my shit. Continue. Guillaume, any good skills?
Yeah, please. I'm so scared to make a perception roll. Because like that's one of the skills that I'm proficient in, but like so far it's not gone well.
Well,
I don't want to be responsible for our failure. So, Kit, you want to go first?
Sure. Guillaume is going to use a nature roll to kind of like see if there's like a particular patch of trees that looks less like it's going to completely destroy the ship.
okay. DC 15.
Jesus fuck.
Awesome. So what we
Can I-
have.
Wait, can I supplement that with perception? Like, can I help him? so that he has advantage?
You can give him advantage.
Okay.
So Kate, you can roll again. Wonderful.
Sick.
my god.
So,
Now I start playing a banjo version of Sugar We're Going Down.
3 people yell at Onarth as he tries to right the ship, while a third person tries to help, but ends up wrestling controls away from him.
But
Actually, wait, no, you succeeded.
Yeah.
You succeeded. You end up helping, but the 3 people shouting at you do not help. And
then the one banjo in the background just kind of plunking away probably doesn't help either.
And
Eric, I have a question.
yeah.
Is the gravity effect on Shatterstar like relative to their current position, or is it just like gravity centered on the planet?
I don't know. It's prone.
Okay.
It provides the prone condition.
I'm thinking of securing a couple members of our group to the ship by any means necessary.
Don't secure us to the ship, it's crashing.
Yeah, but like, do you want to get flung from the back of the ship instead?
Actually,
No, it's like
I would say this is a thing you
elevator
could do,
crashes if you all
but
jump up
you've
at the very
already
last
failed.
Can I do something?
It depends on what it is, but you can tell me what you're thinking.
I would like to use scatter to get everyone out of the ship except myself.
Okay.
That's a
and
bad
then I'm going to open the entrance, the gate, the back of the ship, and jump out and use Featherfall to land.
We don't have. None of us have Featherfall.
No,
You're the only one.
I can
Scatter
can
put us on the ground.
Yeah, like scatter will make sure that you like 120 feet like away from me, but like it can be on like the trees or something, so you don't like crash with the ship.
Yeah, I would say
I can get you guys back down with Naira. I can pluck you out of trees.
You can do this. So you noticing what's happening, seeing this massive tree, larger than a redwood, directly in front of you. You cast scatter, and everyone vanishes. And then, as Onarth is leaving, presses the open hatch button and allows you to glide out.
I would imagine that's just like as the air is being shucked out of the ship, I just like go backwards and then just use my Featherfall to just go down. As the ship just kind of propels itself forward.
Yeah, the ship doesn't,
I just thought of something.
break,
Could I have?
but it does like violently crash into the tree. Partially breaks it, flips over a couple times. If you were in the ship, you would be dirty laundry being tossed around.
That's why I was going to secure y'all. Eric, I was going to ask. I know it's too late now because we've resolved it, thanks to Eva/Blaze quick thinking. But could I have Shatterstarred the ship to just start going down instead of into a tree?
I'd let you roll, but
fair.
There's no guarantees.
Sick. Do we roll like a D4 to find out if we land in the ground or on a tree?
3.
What?
D3.
No, 3. You're on a tree. I picked it.
You're definitely in trees. You find that these trees are, as wide around as houses and, tall as skyscrapers. And you watch as your ride falls into the woods.
Is this how it usually goes?
No.
Yes.
Well, sometimes.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, none of y'all move. Naira and I'll be around in a few.
Honestly, it seems to me, having been here, it seems like ships crash more often than they don't.
I believe
yeah, sorry, I lied. I don't know why I did. It's not a very good lie.
But yeah, you also see this gray arm recede back into the woods behind you, back in the direction of the sun baby giant.
This
Well,
is
that was
quite
one hell of a welcoming
interesting.
committee.
That wasn't exactly the helping hand that I would have liked.
Guillaume, once we get out of this tree, I'm gonna slug you one.
What did I ever do?
One in the arm for bad jokes. Alright, hang on. Help's coming.
Can Rishi fly down?
Rishi cannot fly yet.
Oh. I'm yelling this from the bottom of the tree. I'm at the floor. I'm just, can Rishi fly down?
She's still very young. She can't
Blythe,
fly
if you're
yet.
going down to the bottom of the
Oh.
forest, you cannot see them.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
You notice
You're
this
just
as you're
shouting
like
up at the
going
trees.
down and like land on a branch partway down, because you see like this tree is very tall.
I imagine
Obvious-
Blythe just
yeah.
shouting blindly up at the trees. Just be like, can Rishi fly down? Just be like, have no idea if they're up there, which tree
Yeah.
it is.
Just making sure that the dragon is okay. Just like, are the animals okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna get on Naira and I'm gonna start flying around trying to get people down to the bottom.
And you know, if I had managed to level up last time, I actually would have been able to fly.
Maybe this session. Alright, so
Gonna wait for everyone to reach my approximate level and then feather fall, at least with the first batch of people that Therial lowers to the ground.
let me check Naira's stuff. Hang on. She's got a strength modifier of +4.
Okay.
I don't have anything specifically about carrying extra people, but
Yeah, that should be fine. Not for like a long distance flight.
Yeah.
But good enough for now.
yeah. You want me to roll anything for people collecting?
No, we can just say
Carrying
that happens.
capacity is
Okay.
your strength score times 15. Apparently.
Okay.
Which is stupid because that means you can't even carry plate armor.
Weird.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Koshi. Down. Hold on. Anyway. As Therial starts picking people up on Naira. Now remember, keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. Do not stand up. She's a good
In
bird,
the
but
tree,
she's-
when Naira approaches, I try to do a curtsy, but not like a big curtsy because it's in the tree.
Naira has no idea what the fuck you're doing. She's just a giant crow. She just kind of like...
I'm just trying to be polite after what Blythe said, so I'm doing a curtsy, and then when you're inside there, I'm just tucked my arms in real tight.
Man.
Cool.
I feel like I will just go, not ragdoll, but just like completely still as like I'm just plucked and carried
Plucked
down.
by a giant crow out of a tree.
It's not the weirdest thing that's happened today.
Adult life is already so goddamn weird.
Guillaume is just going to kind of like, you know, like when you like have to carry your dog someplace, so you kind of like go like this with the dog, except I have a struggling dragon in my arm, and then we both get picked up.
If someone wants to ride behind me, they can. Y'all don't have to be in the bird claws.
Well,
I'm
I
sitting
have
behind you. I just have my arms tucked in, like you're like ours in. I'm just like,
Alright, so the way we're
I have a
piling into
dragon
this
I have to
farm of a
hold.
bird. We got the Ariel and Og on the bird, and then Company and Guillaume and Rishi clutched in claws and just gently circling around to the bottom of the tree.
Alrighty.
All the way down, like the Ariel's just patting Naira on the neck and's like, "You're gonna get such a good reward for this. You are such a good girl. I'm so proud of you." Just like we practiced.
Gonna take some of Richelieu's little dried meat jerky strips and just see if Naira wants one.
When we land, she immediately like just goes and snatches it out of your hand. The Ariel kind of like pats Naira on the side, like, "Hey, manners. We talked about this."
Cool.
Huh?
All right.
Sorry.
Now that we're all down here at the bottom, and I think we're just kind of watching Blythe Feather fall all the way down to the ground. So, oh, and we did also get I'm
Onarth?
blanking on his name, but we did get him out of the tree too.
Yeah, he,
Oh,
at
no.
first starts just climbing down because he has, spider climb as an ability.
Because he's a spider.
Well, he's not, but yeah, he's a spider. And yeah, you eventually make it to what might be the bottom. It's kind of hard to tell because every now and then there are these, layers of branches that have just grown over each other. And kind of like create a somewhat kind of like a floor level. Yeah.
All right. Everybody okay? No injuries, no nothing?
Why does it always have to be trees?
What's wrong with trees?
Look at you. I haven't exactly had the best experience with trees recently.
It wasn't the tree that was attacking us, to be fair. It was salamanders, so it's technically the salamanders that are your problem, not the tree.
Are they considered salamanders if they only had one set of arms?
Oh, when's a salamander not a salamander?
When it's a writing desk.
I'm writing down in my book, when is a salamander not a salamander, with a bunch of question marks next to it.
I feel like Og is getting the highlight reel of
This is high chaos crew, and I love it so much.
It's the fucking goon squad here.
So unhinged. Yeah. Can I make a perception check so we don't get jumped by another sun baby?
You won't get jumped by a sun baby. They're too big to miss.
Sick. I think
You say that, and yet we still managed to crash a ship because of one.
The sun baby
is
didn't
Onar
crash the
okay?
ship.
It was an Earth baby that crashed the ship.
It was
a fucking
an
Teletubby.
arm with 6 fingers that crashed the ship.
Right. Anyways, is Onarth okay? By the way, he's the only one
Onarth
getting
is
off the
mostly
ship.
unscathed.
Sick.
Yeah.
Couple twigs in his carapace, just like
Yeah.
pulling him out of his fanny pack. Yeah. I can make a perception check, right? I'm allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make a perception check.
Tight. Very good. So cool. We're having a good day today. You know what?
We
Get him
are.
out early. Get him out now before we get into combat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling myself. Eva, what are you eating? It's like 9:15.
You look so guilty.
I just saw you like dip below your camera and come up like, is it spaghetti? Are you eating spaghetti?
Classic D&D snack.
Are those egg rolls? Are they
Are
dumplings?
those
I'm
crab
running out of
rangoons?
ideas.
It's tempura sweet potatoes.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
They're really good unless they do them wrong. Then it tastes like sand.
So they're really good unless they're not good.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Um,
they're either
hey, so
good
I have
or terrible.
I have the alert feat, so
Okay,
we can't get jumped even though I have a terrible perception roll.
that's good to know. What is your first course of action now that you have landed?
Ask whoever has it to pull up the detector and beeline for that flower, so that we can get the fuck out of here.
Does anyone know what the flower looks like?
Yeah, you'll have
device.
a picture of it, or probably a hologram.
My next question, does anyone have one of the detectors?
One of you
We all
has
start
it.
patting our pockets.
Because I don't have one. I'm assuming company doesn't have one because he's asking someone else to get it.
Yeah, who was
hang
the
on.
person who was responsible for the correspondence on this mission? Because
I believe it was Ariel who got
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, Therial has it. So
Excellent.
yeah, you
Searching
can.
for all their little ranger pockets.
Yeah, you can start. It beeps
Your cargo pants with like 100
and
pockets.
points you in the correct direction. Thankfully, it also points you in the direction of the ship, because it would be kind of pointless for you to get lost in the woods once you found the Oleander.
Well, good thing we can't actually get lost because of my ranger.
Well,
That's also good. But you don't know where the ship is. You just
Yeah,
know
that's true.
that way.
Bucky, don't speak too soon. We have just clarified this is the Goon Squad.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm optimistic.
It's a mistake.
All right.
Yeah, I said that last night too, and look what happened to my cleric.
So yeah, if you want to go straight for the Oleander, you can. If you want to go check on your ship to make sure it's in one piece, you can do that too.
Let's split the party. No.
Let's not do
You
that.
could also split the party.
I don't trust us to split the party.
I'm fine with anything besides splitting the party.
Never played D&D before, but the one thing I know is that you don't split the party.
There's even a
That's how you
song
are.
about it.
Listen, I've been watching enough Critical Role reruns. I know what happens when you split the party.
Yeah, so which direction do you go?
I think smart plan would be check on the ship first, and so we can drop off. I apologize, his name is not sticking in my brain.
Onarth.
Onarth with the ship, just in case it needs like repairs. And then we can thank you. So check on the ship first, drop off Onarth so that he can start doing what he needs to do to get the ship back up and running, and then while we find the flower. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's a great
Sounds good to me.
Now pretend I said that in a southern accent.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Ye and dare I say ha.
Ye and I cannot stretch this enough.
Oh.
Theriel, please make a survival or a nature check. Someone else can also give you advantage on this.
I would like to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Survival, don't fuck me now. Yes!
Hey!
Awesome. So you manage to weave your way through these woods. It is a horrible tangle. The further down you go, the darker it is as more and more branches interweave to block the light. But also the more stable the footing is. And as you travel in the direction of the ship, you're locator eventually is able to find it, and you do so without, getting too exhausted. You know when to take breaks. You know what pace to set. You know how to get around the various issues, even though you're not exactly familiar with this kind of terrain specifically, because this terrain is not just forest but wood, like
Yeah.
wooden floor, essentially. Um, but you do manage to get through it and eventually find the ship. On top of which is a pale, sprightly humanoid with a flute who is passing the time playing their instrument.
I would like to take up my pan flute and also join them and harmonize and start playing along with them.
I curtsy.
That is actually, wow. This is my high. Remember when I sent the skills modifiers that I have?
Yeah.
This is the only skill modifier that I have that is +8.
Which one?
The pan flute.
Right, because it's a performance kind of check.
No, because I'm proficient on pan flute.
Fucking go off. Hit us with that fire pan flute solo.
Holy shit!
Yeah! The best pan flute solo of all time!
Holy fuck.
Wait, is that true though?
That's all we can do for legal reasons.
It is correct. That is what I rolled. Okay.
Nice. I'm having trouble finding the map I'm looking for.
Fire!
Walking through the fire and flames on the pan.
Yeah, so you join in on this creature's flute playing. They at first seem a bit off-put by the additional instrument, but after taking a moment, they adapt their tune a bit to accompany you, and you manage to play along with them.
Thanks.
After the song is finished, they drop to the floor. They were sitting on top of the ship. They dropped
I
to
thought
where
they all fucking died.
no, they drop to where you are, gracefully landing on these very long shoes that kind of the sweeping curling back shoes. They kind of unfold and tiptoe and then refold. And they curtsy as well.
I curtsy and I'm very proud of myself because I just learned how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
My character's gonna curtsy to every single person we meet from now on. That's gonna be the...
I love this. This is so good.
I had a positive impact.
I'm looking
That's
after
fine.
I curtsy. I'm still in my curtsy and I'm looking over at Blythe being like, see, and paying attention.
Blythe is just very happy and very proud.
Yeah. This person looks at the lot of you, a robot, a bird, a fire, a human and an elf,
And another bird.
and another bird, and a dragon.
I thought Guillaume was half elf.
Yes, I'm a half elf.
1.5 elves.
Is that like 2.5 men, but better?
But I immediately thought of wouldn't it be funny to do 2.5 elves?
Elves, 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 elves.
I think I'm gonna go. It's been fun, guys. We'll pick this up.
We are
And they
on
ask,
fire
um,
tonight. Thanks to. Oh, okay, no, I'm done. I'm not gonna make that joke.
What?
Thanks to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Brought to you by MeUndies. Stitch Fix.
uh,
Casper mattresses.
For
what's
men.
the
I was gonna
Hello
say it was thanks
Fresh?
to Og, but okay. Because Og is fire. We are on fire. That was the joke that I was going to make.
Have you
And you'll be
heard
on
of
fire too if you
NordVPN?
don't get NordVPN.
Oh,
Do any of you what languages do y'all speak?
I speak
Common.
English, a little bit of Dutch.
No, not you, your character.
Elvish. That is my only additional language.
Okay.
I speak
Common,
Common.
Draconic, Elvish, Orcish, and Goblin.
I speak Gnomish and Primordial.
Okay.
Draconic, Elvish, and Goblin.
Okay.
What does everyone
I
speak Goblin?
Because it was so relevant for several missions, no one could speak Goblin.
It was very
So we all
relevant.
decided to overcompensate.
And never again.
And we're
That
never going to
is
see another
true.
Goblin as long as we live.
So this creature speaks in a language you don't understand. But it
Do
is
you speak American?
breathy and meandering. And you do catch one word that is just so far out of the rest of the language that it just doesn't. It seems like it's another language that they don't have a word for in the language that this person is speaking. And that word is heffalump.
I'm sorry, what is the word?
Heffalump?
Hello?
Fun
What's
fact,
heffalump?
Winnie the
And
Pooh
weasels?
is now public domain.
Only if
I
he's
don't know.
nude.
No.
Are we supposed to remember that from? Is that the name of the?
That is the
Aw.
name of this weird ass looking purple outfit.
I'm just using the word. I'm just, saw that was legally available now and figured I'd work it into something. But basically, they speak to you and then say heffalump. And then they await your response.
Very hard not to make a confused joke from the Heffalump and Woozle song.
I can cast Speak with Animals at will.
This is
I'm
not
guessing that
an
one.
animal.
Yeah.
This is not
It's
an
very
it.
much a humanoid or fae.
I'm just going to run through all of my languages asking if they speak it.
They look at you, hopeful, as you roll the dex through languages, but they do not understand what you were saying.
I speak Orin, which
The
is
air
the
language.
language of the elemental plane of air.
Oh, primordial air.
Yeah.
Let me check
Couldn't
something.
hurt to give it a shot.
Would you say that this being is classified as a beast?
No,
Okay.
this is no
So
beast.
he's with animals.
This is
I
a
have-
humanoid or fae.
I look at
knew I
Blythe
should've fucking
and ask,
taken
like, do you think that you could communicate via pan flute? Did you communicate via song?
So Blythe, you speak in Orin, and
I tried the Orin first.
the Orin first. They don't speak back in Orin, but they do speak Orin, but it sounds like they have a potato in their mouth.
I see. I see.
It's like a dialect of Orin.
Hi.
Hello.
I love how Blythe is so excited to make friends.
I
These guys could fucking
appreciate
slit our throats.
your pan flute.
Thank you. You're fantastic at the flute too. It's a very lovely tune.
What is it that you are doing?
We came to collect an herb to help our friends to not be illithids anymore, because that's not very great of them, because they were not before, but now they are, and we're trying to help them.
You wish to take?
Well, I don't like the word take. It sounds kind of rude. It's a plant, and I like plants. I'm making a greenhouse actually, and it's really exciting. I have all of these plants.
I
I'm really
feel
excited
like
to actually
company,
see this.
even though company has no idea what the fuck is being said, can tell that Blythe is rambling.
Yes.
Like gently places a hand on her shoulder as if to like
Yes.
focus.
Okay.
Focus.
Yes. So, we would like to harvest, and if we have to propagate the plant, that would also be okay. But yes, plant. There's a plant that we're looking for.
If you wish to take, the sovereign requires that you give as well.
Oh, who's the sovereign?
The sovereign is the sovereign.
Like a.
Can I ask one of my questions?
You may.
Nice.
Who's the
Yo,
sovereign?
great deal.
Aye, cool. In the texts that you have read,
Flipping through my book right now.
flipping
trying to
through
find
your book
information.
right now, dating back to before the seasons became the seasons, there is mention of beings from beyond the star, singular, of which some live in what is called the deep green, which is where you are now. One of them is the sovereign. There are 3 others, though they aren't they aren't really described. It's more like a footnote of a footnote. But it's the sovereign, the greeter, the matron, and what was it? Why can't I find it? I think it was the curious. And they're not like, they are old creatures. Even in this like footnote of a footnote reference from more than 5,000 years ago, that's about it. You can ask another follow-up related to the sovereign.
Would you be able to just run through the different people one more time?
Yes, there's the sovereign, the matron, the greeter, and the curious. And these are creatures of the deep green. It refers to them as representatives.
Okay.
I'd like to
I guess
have said to the rest that I was just told that the sovereign requires to give something or to take something. So I want to give some context. Sorry.
Yeah. I think after you mentioned the sovereign, then I'm going through it, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
from my reading, I know that like the sovereign is the creature of the deep green, very old, and there's the sovereign and the matron. Go over everything that's just said.
Yeah.
I think my follow-up question is going to be, based off my reading, would it give me some context as to like who this person is, like if they're one of like a creature that serves the sovereign, or like do they have sort of some lore
This
to their place in this deep green?
This creature in front of you, um, if they don't serve the sovereign, they at least respect or fear the sovereign. So they're either part of a hierarchy or know that the sovereign is, requires you to do these things and is trying to help. So it's either a command or demanding you to do this, or it's helpful information that it's providing.
So they either like directly serve the sovereign, or they at least like semi worship, whether that worship is like godlike or just out of fear.
Yeah.
They have some sort of okay.
I mean, it could be like a serf in the Middle Ages. It's like, oh yeah, like if you want to buy some land, you gotta talk to the king. It's like, do you like the king? No, but like he's still in charge, sort of.
Yeah.
Sovereign, the greater.
Oh, whoops,
God.
greeter.
Oh, okay. I was
The
gonna.
greater.
Sounds a lot friendlier. less like they're trying to constantly one up everyone else. It's like, I'm the sovereign. Well, yeah, I'm the greater.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Damn.
Yeah, these are these 4 elder creatures.
From beyond.
Second question. I want to ask about the deep green, I guess, but like
Okay.
Is what is or where is the deep green?
Okay, so the deep green is referenced in, again, very old texts in like that talk about different realms. You, Renee, know nothing about the realms. So quick synopsis as different planes of existence, basically different planets. You travel through all else to get there. You used a sun jumper. The deep green is in Mortusia. You live in Muldoona. Y'all can see this map, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The deep green is a forest that covers Mortusia, or at least the non-land parts. It's like if there were no oceans and instead just forest. And you can ask a follow-up, of course.
I would like to ask the creature what its name is.
The creature smiles at you and says, "Names can be dangerous."
Oh, this is some Fey shit.
Of course it's some Fey shit. You're in a giant forest.
Yo, fuck the Fays. All my homies take the Fae. I prefer
My
the
patron
Fae
is an
when they're just-
archfey. Please.
Yeah, shh. I prefer them when they're just a big ass tree, not like a like, can I have your name?
Yeah, can I have a smile?
Yeah, fucking none of that shit.
Love
Names
you,
can be
Ava.
dangerous
Good
in the
burn.
wrong hands. Of what hands are yours?
Oh, well, as you can, I'm not wearing my gloves right now, but as you can see, I'm well, part bird, and I, actually,
Company's
just
just going to
trying to-
slowly reach out.
This creature does take your hand, one hand,
Oh.
in his to look at your fingers. Says,
Oh.
5 fingers is good.
Why is more fingers bad?
More is complicated. But 4 is bad.
4 is bad. Why?
Heffalumps. And it
Okay.
says as if that was the most obvious thing in the world.
Is that what attacked us earlier? But that had 6 fingers.
Oh.
I do, like, I stretch my pinky as if that helps.
Oh, radical, bro. Oh, gnarly. Oh,
Aw,
shit.
dude.
6 fingers is gnarly.
Ah, dude.
No.
Technically, isn't it? We have 4 fingers and a thumb.
Hey, kid,
No.
shut up.
I used to say that too.
Big fucking.
Anyway,
look at me, I'm geek, so
6
you can
fingers belong to the void,
The void?
the guardian.
The guardian. The void is the guardian. I turn around and I go, 6 fingers is the void, that is the guardian. And then I turn around, I'm getting a little nervous.
Ethereal
and,
just
and the 4 fingers are the
Heffalumps.
heffalumps. And those are bad because
Very.
very bad. What are they?
What?
What are they?
Heffalumps.
Yes.
Takers. Stealers.
Oh.
Smackers.
Oh, stop.
Question to the DM.
Yeah?
Can Blythe think of any creatures that she knows with only 4 fingers?
You can think of many. You know, all sorts of animals only have four toes.
Humanoids.
Humanoids, there are probably some I can't think of off the top of my head. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but yes, there
Okay.
are humanoids that have 4 fingers.
Okay. But too many to narrow them down to like a specific humanoid.
Yeah.
Do you get visits often then?
From some, and not from others.
Wait, so, and I gesture at the big trees. Do you know Ralkath?
I know of, though I have never been there.
He's my best friend. He was the first person I met when I set out in my adventure. He's really nice.
That is good.
Yes. But Haliphants. We'll make sure to avoid them. Thank you for giving us a heads up. We're gonna find something to give before we take the herb.
And I turn to the rest of the people. I'm like, we need to find something to give before we give the herb. And there's
And
thieves.
before you take this, and it like gestures to the ship.
Oh, but that's ours. That's our thing.
No longer.
But it's ours.
But I most recently sat atop it, so it is mine.
I turn around and I'm like,
It's saying that the ship is theirs?
Ethereal's
Well,
going
what
to
did it
very
give us?
reluctantly unclip their banjo and hand it to Blythe and go, see if he'll barter with this for the ship, at the very least.
oh, let me. I take it very carefully and I just kind of look at him like, is that the rule? The last person to sit on the thing is the owner of the thing?
It's my rule.
So if I sit on that now, is it mine?
Not while I'm here.
But what if you don't see me do it?
If I don't see you do it, how do I know you did?
You're looking at my good friends here, and then all of a sudden, I'm up there. Would that work? Like a trick.
I don't like tricks.
But this is a fun one. Relkath taught me. Holding the banjo. This is me holding the banjo. Very delicately.
Right. Are you like holding it out to them, or?
No. I'm holding
Okay.
it up and by my side.
Are you like translating this back and forth?
Only like specific bits This is a
Are you
bargain.
translating? Are you translating anything about sitting?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for this creature to tell me if I can do a thing.
It gives you, it like furrows its brow a bit and thinks to itself and says, I think you should find your flower, and then we can talk about who sits where. And it like leaps into the air to sit back atop the sun jumper.
I turn to everyone and I'm go, Nate wants us to find the flower first and then to come trade for the ship.
Alright. Theriel's gonna take their banjo back.
I'm sorry, you said trade?
Yes, well, apparently everything works with trade, and we kind of have to trade for the ship because it's out.
I own the ship.
Yes, I also made that point, but this creature's rule is that it's sat on the ship, so now it's their ship. I tried to say that it's our ship, but we weren't here, and they found it and they sat on it, so now it's theirs.
Have you considered enforcing your own rules?
I would like to not annoy the creature.
Finders keepers isn't a thing. I know people say it's a thing, but things belong to other things.
Yes, I know, but this is not a place that we understand where we're from, and there's different rules here. And as my etiquette lessons told me, a lot of times when you're a visitor in a foreign place, it is most smart to follow whatever rules that they tell you they have before you break them, because if you break them, you could cause more problems for the people you're with.
I say in a voice that sounds like I've memorized this passage by heart.
Do we care about upsetting this particular being? Sorry, no, that's the wrong accent. Do we care about the... No, that's also the wrong accent. Imagine he says that in a French accent while I currently try to...
Do we care about...
Do we care about the upsetting this being?
Hawk is getting confused and because he I can hear that that what's his name? Onarth is getting upset, and I know that Lice just said that in order to take, you have to give, and this creature just took our ship but didn't give us anything. So I'm getting upset, and I'm trying to just do some deep breathing exercises to calm myself down because I'm starting to get very mad. I'm like, just remember what Nani taught you. And I'm just sitting there breathing.
We can just go on. Yeah, we can just go find the flower, and then we'll come back and deal with the situation later.
I lean backwards and I look towards the creature at the top of the ship and I go,
what if we trade you the repairs for the ship?
What?
We repair the ship and we take back the ship. We trade you the repairs, you give us back the ship. We trade you labor, you give us item.
I don't see what I get.
Repairs?
I no longer own the ship.
But that's because you traded after. So first you get repairs and then we get ship.
Can I try to persuade it?
I'm not so much a fool to fall for a trick.
You just said we have to give to take. I'm just trying to figure out how it works.
And I turn around and I'm like, okay. No, not in this voice. It's like, okay, we should just...
We'll figure it out. If all else fails. He likes music, right?
Fucking steel wind strike their ass. I'm ready. I think I'm in range.
No, please.
I go up to company and I put a hand on their shoulder this time and I go,
I don't think it's a great idea to anger it. We don't know what it could do.
Hornath, I take kind of like Hornath aside. I'm like, it is your ship. We will get it back to you, I promise.
This is also our only way of getting off this plane, so we kind of need it.
We just have to play by his rules for a little bit, but we will figure it out, alright?
Alright, kind of like, telling them you'll take the deal and then, actually having them sign a different paper is a different thing.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that is a crime.
I'm a
Not
lawyer.
where I'm from.
I understand.
Look, we'll figure out the actual legal logistics of that later. I'm a lawyer. I can help you figure that out. Anyway,
Here's
You're
my
just a
card.
country lawyer.
I'm just a country lawyer. Bought at law. Walking around in my white suit and my suspenders asking where I can find some ketamine.
All right.
I do declare.
Wow.
I need
So
And for
you-
some
national
reason, I'm
stabilizer.
always sweating, so I'm going to take my handkerchief and dab at my forehead.
Go dab on my forehead, and that's where you kind young folk get your drugs.
So you
That is a
travel
fine
back
deed.
towards
You
the
have-
Oleander. I would like someone to make a survival or nature check along the way.
Can I also pull Blythe aside for a quick conversation?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I know you want to like do action and stuff, but Blythe. Nope, wrong accent still. Blythe.
While they're doing that, I can get a roll going.
Just,
Ma'am.
I greatly appreciate your reluctance to cause any trouble and to make sure everyone is doing okay. But I will just say that sometimes, did you just throw up the horns?
Yeah, because Thero killed it with the roll.
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought I thought you were throwing up the horns in
That's why I
reference to what
didn't
I
say. No. That's why I didn't say anything. Sorry, continue.
was. But if you're not careful, always kowtowing to other people's wishes and demands will sometimes make it so that your own wishes end up unfulfilled. You must try and be a little more Kid is blanking on the word.
Assertive.
You must be a little more assertive in your life.
Assertive.
But it is my wish that we don't hurt it. I would like us to find a way to resolve it. It is my wish to find a way to resolve this peacefully. But thank you for your concern.
If
Is this
someone was
also-
to take your pipes, and you said those were my pipes, and they said no, I was the one to hold them last.
Well,
I have a more relevant example. Say
Oh,
someone
hello.
says, "I would like to close all of the entrances to your patron," and you say, "No, these are my entrances. I need them."
I tried to have a conversation with the person first, and then when it didn't work out, then I tried to assert my needs. But right
Do
now,
you see the similarities between this?
but we can deal with it later. We don't have to necessarily fight. We could just figure out a solution. It doesn't have to be violence.
Out of character, are we walking towards the
Yeah,
flower?
I
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah, let's walk and talk.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are walking and talking.
Okay, I
I
sort
will-
of had a hard stop around 10:30. I'm waking up early for this new job, and I feel like a grandpa because I get tired at 10 o'clock.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
then as one last word of advice, if you keep giving, eventually there will be nothing left to give. Only people will have taken.
But if people are happy, is that such a bad thing?
You must think about yourself first and foremost. Or how can other people be happy who are not happy?
This is capitalism versus socialism.
How? I'm socialism.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
I think
This
both
isn't
might be
capitalism
toxic in
versus
this case.
socialism. This is the
think
giving tree.
Yeah, I think this is self-care versus giving yourself away, which is a very good conversation to have. Blythe kind of looks like not confused, but like she's listening and kind of considering what you're saying. Yeah, goes,
Can we get a sentient apple tree to teach Blythe a life lesson?
Blythe literally has a gigantic tree as her best friend. She doesn't need more. Anyhow,
Right?
I guess I have to find. I like it when people are happy. But I also like nature, and I guess that's where I wouldn't let people hurt things. But I guess I have to find the balance between the two. You're right, Guillaume. Thank you.
And I kind of like head down, pondering and thinking about life. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all walk for a while. Theriel is able to keep the pace and the rests spread out so that you don't tire yourself out yet again. And you eventually make it to a lighter area of trees. As you're walking, you're noticing more light in front of you as the trees up ahead get thinner. Like, not the trees are thinner in size, but rather there are less trees in front of you.
Can I do a perception check?
Yes, that would be good. Ooh, cat.
She's been doing this all night.
Yeah. So yeah, Og, you look forward. It's not. You're not going uphill, so it can't be like the edge of the forest. Because if the forest replaces the oceans, that means uphill would have to be where the forest ends. So it can't be that. But as you get closer, you notice you see ahead quite a bit a cliff. And as you continue to get closer, you see that there are trees below that cliff. There's kind of like a dip, and then, the trees rise back up again. Kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Oh,
Kind of like a drop off.
Yeah, the oceanic shelf.
Okay.
It's like that. And where it drops off, there are less trees in the immediate area because there's less space for them to grow. Because the sunlight doesn't hit in the shade of the cliff. And then they begin to grow a bit further. As you continue on, you notice planks of wood and strips of cloth every now and then. And as you get even closer, you see a broken ship. It looks to be maybe 60 feet long, 20 feet wide, and rather than have sails on top, it has sails to either side. It is also cracked in half and on land. And amidst the wreckage, actually on the front, what's the headboard?
Bow.
The bow of the ship. You see the flower that you were looking for, and in the midst of the wreckage, you see a creature sitting and staring at this flower. It looks not so much. It could be a bear, but it has a flat face rather than a snout. and its arms are definitely longer than a bear's are supposed to be. It also has a crown of horns coming out of its head, and its stomach emits light.
Oh, I don't like this.
Can we see its hands?
Yes, you can see its hands.
How many fingers does it have?
It has 5. Um, but they are clawed. It also has a greenish tint, like a moss, to its fur.
All right, guys, I gotta take down Dipsy.
Do you have an image for this thing?
Yes, I have an image for this whole scene, actually.
Oh, fantastic. You're describing this, and I was like, oh, you.
Called it.
Yeah. You did call it.
Fuck.
I
The
know my
second you
Teletubbies.
said-
Bucky,
the
oh my
second
fucking
you
god.
said the baby. Oh,
my
God.
I saw
fucking
some
damn it.
cool art and thought, oh, this would be fun.
That is amazing.
Fucking Teletubbies.
Can't believe
And
you've
yes,
done
this creature is staring longingly at the oleander flower, which is at the top here.
There's only one?
There's only one here.
Hmm.
Calabaister did say it was a rare flower, which is why they gave you the tracker.
Quick question. Mechanically,
Yeah.
this is for Eva. How far do your Eldritch Blasts push someone backwards?
It's 10 feet in a straight line.
How many Eldritch Blasts can you fire off?
3.
Just wondering. Just
That's-
asking.
So
Asking
a
for a
heads
friend.
up for everyone who doesn't know this about Blythe. Blythe had a traumatic experience with death, and coming to terms with what death is, and is now very against death, pro peaceful interaction. So
I love how you stopped yourself from saying the opposite of death.
Yeah,
You're not
no.
pro-death, you're
Pro-life.
peaceful interaction.
yeah, because
Yeah, the implication of what you said. No, that's
Blythe
so,
is pro-choice, if anything,
course.
any day of the week.
that's so fucking funny to me. Sorry, I had
Right.
to call that
You're
out.
pro-choice, but you're also pro-living.
Yes,
You're pro not murder.
exactly. So yeah, like they're very much about to go talk to this creature and figure it
And
out.
just to be clear, the whole traumatic experience with death, was that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
That was Craig sacrificing his own sister.
Yeah.
Again.
Also, she has repeatedly asked Relkath what happens after death, and what Relkath showed her is that you get stuck in the train realm that has no trees, and that sounds fucking terrifying to Blythe. So, or at
Trees,
least
they're just
what-
dead trees.
Yes.
I mean, aren't
No.
you just because you've got your pact with Relkath, wouldn't you just become like spiritual fertilizer for him or something?
No,
instead of-
because all souls, because not Zernimsa, right?
Molduna, the planet.
Molduna. Sorry, yeah. Because Molduna is sealed off, all of the souls that die on Molduna go to that spirit, like limbo, basically. So even if I have my pact with Relkath, I would also end up in that limbo.
Hell is literally the DMV.
Oof.
So yeah, like this is the long goals for Blythe at this point is to figure out to make sure that she can release the souls from the limbo and make sure that there's a safe passage on to whatever anyone's gods make them do.
Good to know.
Yep.
So knowing that Blythe is about to go talk to
Yeah.
the Teletubby, Theriel's gonna kind of just like reach out and like grab her shoulder real quick and just go, I got something of an idea.
Okay.
It might be kind of a stupid idea in the long run, but it's an idea. Hey, Guillaume, how sneaky do you think you are?
I am relatively sneaky. I
Why?
wouldn't say
Okay,
I'm
you sound
most-
fucking Russian. Jesus.
Because my accent keeps slipping. Thank you very much.
Guillaume is
And
Russian now.
my default when I'm doing an accent is Russian because that's what I used to speak. So, yeah.
All right.
I would say I'm decently sneaky. Yes,
So
I have a decent sneak score.
I hate to do live bait as an option, but how would some of y'all like to distract while Guillaume and I do a little bit of a sneaky sneak on over and try to grab the flower?
But the creature said we just need to trade something. We don't.
So start with a trade for distraction. The two of us are gonna go over there in case the trade doesn't work out.
Okay, but only if it doesn't work out.
And I will make sure I leave something of adequate value behind just in case.
And I will make sure whatever it is of adequate value.
Is it just gonna be dragon poop?
It better not be dragon poop.
It might be valuable.
Oh, okay. So can I?
Eric agrees. Thank you.
So real quick, Theriel is gonna cast Pass Without Trace on himself and Guillaume.
Okay.
So that's just gonna give us a plus 10
10.
bonus to stealth checks. So I'm already stealthy. I imagine you're already stealthy, but this is just gonna be a little extra stealth in case we need it.
Cool. So yeah, why don't you roll stealth checks? Yeah.
And then we're gonna just I'm gonna leave Naira behind with you guys.
Makes sense.
I trust you. I trust you all with my bird.
And I'm going to tell Rishli to stay.
And yeah, just gonna kind of start sneaking around the side there.
Okay. So yeah.
So that's gonna be a 22 for me.
Okay.
That is going to be a 21 for me.
Excellent.
And you know what I just remembered? You know how we had that big whole crash and we all nearly died because we all rolled poorly?
Mm-hmm.
We also did all have inspiration.
Yep.
Here's the thing, my guy. Doesn't mean anything. We save inspiration so that we can re-roll what would be a roll that would get us killed normally in combat. No one cares about crashing a ship. That won't kill us outright. Getting hit by a giant, angry-looking Teletubby, that might.
As I see them approaching where the Teletubby is, I'm gonna like call out to it when they're like out of like on the sides. Yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna be
hi friend.
And do the other two join you? Og
I'm
and
following. I'm following along. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do to assist, but
I just have
now
my
I'm just following along.
my weapon is out, I am ready to fucking go. Company has just been not like this isn't you guys, but I feel like company would just be so fucking bored, like not being able to really be a part of anything that's going on, like communicating with the annoying creatures, like figuring out bargains and stuff. Company's just like uh, so out of their wheelhouse, like just ready to hit something, just get a little stress let off.
Yeah.
That's where they're at.
Okay.
Pet Igni. Pet Igni.
Yeah, Igni is just kind of the same way. Like, I feel like company would beat up bandits with Igni as a puppy just to like get him in the habit of it.
It's still like for distraction. I was thinking like, should they like produce flames and have like flames on their hands? But no, like that could also be really scary. And so they're just like thinking to themselves about whether or not to light their hands on fire or not, whether that's cool or if that's threatening.
And they juggle like little fireballs because that'd be tight.
So
I
yeah.
think. Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Eric, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, Blythe and Og get the creature's attention by calling out to it, and it turns to face them, turning the opposite direction as Gwillem and Theriel sneak behind it. And then it, looks at the two of you.
Hi.
Curtsy.
Oh, curtsy.
Oh, it bows its head.
Are you
Oh, I lost my page. Sorry.
Are you the sovereign? No. What are you doing here?
And it like starts to turn back.
Oh, actually, I have
it's pointing. Like it's going to point at the flower, but you stop it.
Would you like to hear a nice tune?
And I take out my pan flute. And I play distraction, even though the bard is sneaking by.
Awesome.
Oh no. I don't like that I can see that.
Can I try juggling fire as a way to assist?
You can. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, because that was an 11. Ah! Not as good as before, but it's pretty good.
Good. You definitely distract the creature for long enough for Gwillem and Theriel to gather the flower, pick it, and return.
Nope.
Yeah.
The Ariel's just going
tumbling down the side of the ship.
I discovered the rotating function accidentally.
Nice.
And for an adequate trade, Guillaume is going to take his sword and stick it into the wood where the flower used to be and leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing my tune as happily and joyfully as I can. I'm doing little jumps.
Willem and Theriel, can you quickly make an acrobatics check?
Yes.
Oh, acrobatics is okay.
Okay. Good. So, Blythe, you are playing this jaunty tune, and Og is juggling to, delight this creature, and it, you know, starts to shift from one side to the other,
Oh,
and
no.
then like get up on one foot, and then jump to the other foot, and then jump back, and you can see the ship behind it moving as it does so.
I did this.
Theriel and Willem, you manage to pick and get off the ship just before it starts really sliding. But Theriel, I want you to make another stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay.
I don't want to say it just sees you because. Okay, well, you
20?
got a plus
But
20.
that is 20.
You got
Yeah.
a plus 10.
Wait,
You get.
do you have heavy armor? Why does it keep saying that?
I do have heavy armor, yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
The creature turns around as you're trying to sneak by it. But you are at its feet, and it turns around and does not see you because of its belly.
It's
and-
paunch.
Yes, and it
Like
rushes
right here
on all
next to it.
fours over you, knocking you down briefly, but it doesn't seem to notice you, and stare down at the falling ship.
Oh no. Blythe is gonna stop.
Send it over the edge.
Wow. Blythe's gonna stop playing and kind of like calmly walk over to fucking Dipsy, and put a hand on it and like kind of pet it and be like, "I'm so sorry. Was that did you want the thing? Was there something that you wanted from that?" And I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals because I can do that.
Okay. It nods and says, "The flower."
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you want the flower for?
Custard.
Custard?
Tubby custard.
Son of a.
I hate you so much. Oh, okay. Can I give you this instead? And I take out my lunch that I had packed for the mission.
It looks down, picks up your lunch between two fingers, and looks at it and says, "The forest must be fed. Thank you."
What the fuck?
And eats the little lunch as like a little bite.
Okay. Well, I hope you find another flower for your custard. It was nice meeting you, and I do another little curtsy.
And
And
it bows again, but sad.
have a good day.
All right.
And I go back as I walk back to the crow. Go 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 go.
Yeah,
go, go.
Ariel at this point just fucking.
We are getting pretty close to the hard out.
You guys can carry on without me. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, don't be sorry. Hey, I shut us down with like 20 minutes of yelling about the sun.
Listen, today has been a very excellent RP day. I have to
I have
say.
loved this so much.
Sorry, we didn't get to
Young
hit
teaches
anything.
life about self-care.
Yes.
Wow.
So you
The
eventually.
entire walk back, Guillaume is going to be grumbling to himself about leaving this behind a sword, and all it wanted was a lunch.
I, as company, will console Guillaume. Like, Interestingly enough, we have heard talks that Zarnensa's armory is currently being reworked. It will be possible for you to acquire as many swords, even some magical swords, as you'd like, for a small fee.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You're reworking the armory. That's where I got the sword in the first place.
We will send you a billable invoice for the loss of the sword. If you have any complaints, please refer to the area for legal
Sorry about that.
services.
Yeah. So you make your way back. The Piper is still happily sitting on Onarth's ship. But yeah, notices you as you approach.
I go up to it and I go,
The sovereign must be given something to take something in return. You took the ship from.
and I just gesture. I don't even say the name.
So you have to give something in return.
But only the sovereign must be given when you take.
So you're not the sovereign.
I am no sovereign, no.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wish
The
to...
second I see Blythe's expression change, that like, oh, this person's not important, company's just like drawing their weapon. Like, we can swat them like a fly if we act fast.
In order to
Look,
take...
I'm not trying
in order
to
for
get
me
the
to take, I take. Especially when there is no owner.
Well, there is an owner.
Kind of pointing at.
Not when I took. But the sovereign owns all in the forest. To take from the forest is to take from the sovereign.
I would like to stab my falling leaf scimitar to the ground and try to attune to it to communicate with the sovereign.
Okay. Make a religion check.
I am shit at those at all times.
But you rolled a 20.
shit.
Okay, you stab into this wood, attuning to the sovereign and their ownership of the forest. Your mind travels through the network of trees, as it is not a forest. It is one tree. Everything is connected, as in Avatar. And the sovereign...
Are there is this the planet of no original content?
Of course it's not original content. The whole idea is from some Reddit post. It's called The Deep Green. Definitely check it out. It's very good. It's in r/world building, I think. But your mind travels through the wood to 4 of these creatures that you saw. There's one like the one that was there, and then one with horns that stick out. One with these like curved horns, and then one with circles behind it. Like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. And they're all 10 or more times larger than the one that you met. And there's, a purple one, a green one, a yellow one, and a red one. You get the attention of the yellow one. the sovereign.
I curtsy if I'm there in any.
You're
astral
not
form.
there. You are
Yeah, okay.
attuned mentally, having gotten its attention through your connection to nature.
Your Highness.
And it just stares at you. Obviously, it doesn't actually stare, but
Yeah.
its mind stares at your mind.
And I say, this creature that is in front of us is one of your creatures. I request that I give in order to take this creature of yours.
What is it you offer?
And I picture in my head my dagger of warning. That is my packed weapon. I will unpack the dagger of warning to leave behind.
It thinks long and hard and gives you a counteroffer. You do not unpack your dagger of warning, but you do leave it behind.
I gracefully accept.
Okay. The piper looks at you, cocks its head, furrows his face, angry that you have gone over his head and he will not be taking anything from you. As you reach to give out your dagger to whatever, and find it's no longer there. The piper, jumps off the ship, leaves. Onarth patches it up.
Oh,
and
but
then...
I owned the piper. That was my trade.
Oh, you wanted to own the piper?
Yes.
Oh, it's not gonna do that. I thought you were trying to trade for the ship.
Before the
No.
piper goes, Theriel is going to
fine.
give him a consolation prize.
Is it a knuckle sandwich?
No. It's Theriel kind of like, they pull out their banjo and they like pluck a tune, kind of like nod for him to follow along.
Okay.
And he gives them they give him a melody.
Oh, that's nice. He snatches it out of air and puts it in his little pouch and whisks off into the forest.
Figured it'd be better if we gave him some.
I unstab fallen leaf. Ground and go. The ship.
Yeah, so sorry that was my misinterpretation of
Oh no, it's fine. I really wanted to fuck with the piper.
But yeah,
Can I have the name of the piper?
You can have the name of the piper. You don't own it, but Unok Basker is the piper's name. I'll write that down in the chat. Yes, they tell you, the sovereign tells you, their servant Unok Basker shall leave you your ship.
Thank you.
Your metal boat in exchange for your packed weapon. For the time being, you don't have it on you because it has been taken. But that doesn't mean you can't summon it.
Time-shared packed weapon.
You just have to think about what you are letting in when you do summon it.
Yeah, no, I'm not summoning it for a long ass time.
Okay.
Until I can give something else to the gigantic fucking tree to take my packed weapon back.
Oh, the sovereign isn't a tree. The sovereign is a Teletubby.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Does that mean I can communicate with the Teletubbies now that they have my packed weapon?
You can communicate with the sovereign, yes.
Fuck yeah.
add Teletubby to your list of known languages.
Actually, yeah, add Teletubby to known languages.
Come on. I will. But I hate this.
But at what cost?
At what cost? Oh, Lord. Tubby.
I bet no one ever expected to have Teletubby as their secondary patron.
I don't know if I spelled that correctly.
I don't know.
With 2 B's?
2 B's.
Two
Two
B's.
B's, but whatever.
Yeah.
Also, Eric, we're in a campaign where there is a literal sentient Hotel California that eats people.
Yes.
They ate the 1964 Harvard rowing team.
Yes.
And where we are currently trying to make Amelia Earhart not be a mind flayer anymore.
Yes.
Kind of anything is within the realm of possibilities.
Yes. Anything is within the realm of possibilities now. I mean, technically it always was, but now we're really off the rails. So let's go over the cool stuff that happened. First, Renee rolled her first nat 20 in her first D&D campaign ever as her first roll, which is awesome.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
we
the
call
whole thing
strong
being for
start.
Renee's first campaign.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Congratulations.
I think that should also be cool things that Renee actually played her first campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have
That
I
is
been
a
trying to
cool
get you to play D&D?
I wanted to, I just been scared. I mean,
Understandably so.
Don't worry, you got the best group of people to work
I'm
with.
so sorry.
this was
I am so
fun.
sorry.
This was so good.
Points for Og assisting with the juggling and pan flute playing to the Teletubby.
The return of Gary.
The return of Gary.
That has to deserve some extra XP.
No one puking on the sun jumper this time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Blythe's excellent use of scatter.
Mm-hmm.
That was clutch.
Also, Blythe being the only one to pass the skill check.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Blythe is good at panic situations just because they just have that manic energy at all times. So at panic situations, they're just like, ooh, things to do, yes.
Their brain is like a hummingbird, just constantly
Yes.
like zzz, like buzzing in their head.
I liked Blythe immediately upon finding out that, like, realizing the Fae wasn't the person in charge, just being like, oh, well, how can I get to the person who's in charge here?
Yeah.
And smart use of the your dagger.
Yeah, smart use of I want to speak to your manager in there.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Blythe's fucking kick-ass pan flute solo.
That was pretty fucking fire.
The Ariel's plan to steal the flower while we were distracting, and
That's actually also the first time I've cast Pass Without a Trace.
Pass Without a Trace. I was about to say that was super cool.
Isn't that spell super fucking broken?
Yes.
It's the best fucking spell.
It's basically an
ever.
auto pass unless you roll really bad.
Yeah.
But Therial rolls with disadvantage.
True.
Like, how I feel like Therial has the natural.
Yeah.
Like, technically, I'm a very stealthy character to begin with. Just, I wear scale mail, and scale mail technically counts as heavy armor, so. I take
I'll
my
also say
disadvantage and I live with it.
you managed to not get any levels of exhaustion. which was what I was
Yee!
having you roll survival checks for.
The Ariel kept navigating us correctly through a giant tree.
The perks
Thank
of having
you.
the higher level rangers.
Gotta love the the Unearthed Arcana version of Natural Explorer, where you physically cannot get lost with me.
Nice.
I think we ended up like tweaking the mechanic a little bit, so it's like it's not that we don't get lost. It just takes us longer to get places if I fuck up
Yeah.
on a survival thing. But yeah,
Guillaume teaching Blythe self-care.
That was very good.
Guillaume actually getting the flower.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
The fact that we didn't kill anybody.
No one
Yeah.
died on both sides.
In fact,
Oh!
we never entered combat.
Yes.
Wow, I love a deathless run.
I will definitely make sure to give you like a lot extra XP for that, because obviously this is a combat system combat simulator. So missing out on combat means you miss out on XP. But I'm definitely going to give you a bunch of XP for not doing combat at all. You're doing a bunch of
sorry.
really it was good.
I apologize to the whole group because like that's a thing that Blythe is gonna be trying to do from now on is resolve things peacefully.
Honestly, I think it's kind of fun when people try to take diplomacy or stealth routes in what is designed to be a combat heavy gaming system. I think it makes it more interesting if it's not immediately jumping to fighting. Sorry, company.
Sorry,
I also
company.
think of
I'm
my
good
character.
at few things. Hitting them is most of what I'm good at.
My character is very much based around like being a strong, heavy, like fighter. I mean, I'm a barbarian and I go into rages with fire, but I always thought of them as they want to try to avoid getting fights, especially because of how they were like adopted in, and they know they're prone to rages, so their first instinct is try to like be kind. Like that's why they want to follow Blythe and like diplomacy, but then like underneath they're like ready to crack if people are like
very Gorgug from Fantasy High.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to ask for extra points for every party member who didn't attack while Blythe was doing shit. Like, Blythe kept asking for people to not attack, and multiple people, Og and company, and like I know people wanted to attack, but no one did. So I wanted to get XP for the restraint of the party members.
Cool stuff. Exercise self-control.
Yes.
And the next mission we go on for gathering potion ingredients, you can hit shit if you come along.
go attack some
Oh
heffalumps.
yeah, I have a job.
Yeah, nice use of heffalumps, Eric.
Thank you.
That's exciting.
I literally found out yesterday that Winnie the Pooh is now public domain, and I initially wanted to switch up the whole thing to be Winnie the Pooh themed, but then I thought, no, that's going to be a lot of work, and I've already spent like a week prepping, so I thought, I'd add that they're at war with the heffalumps or something.
Good.
Also,
It's a good touch.
not so fun fact: the real Christopher Robin actually hates Winnie the Pooh because he saw it as essentially his father profiting off of his childhood.
I thought it
He
was
is
his
grown
mother,
to be
but that makes
indifferent.
sense.
So he like grew up really hating it because he was bullied a lot, and it made him estranged from his family because they were just like profiting off of him. It didn't have a real
Yeah.
relationship, and then it went away. But he kind of got away from all that as he got older and didn't really like it. But he saw how much joy it brought to small children, and so he kind of was like, "Well, if it makes them happy, it's fine. I just don't want it to be associated with me." So that was the kind of thing. He tried to just live a quiet life in England and away from that.
Our local Winnie the Pooh expert.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
Nice.
I got Winnie the Pooh Legos for Christmas. It was like the greatest Christmas gift I've ever got. It was
I didn't
so
even know
cool.
those existed. That's awesome.
I didn't either. I opened my Christmas present and I was like, what? It was awesome.
Sweet.
Sick. Mom, get the camera.
We're
going
building
in the
this all in an
scrapbook.
hour.
The aerial
Um,
getting everyone down from the tree with Naira.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my bird clown car.
Good God. Eric,
Like
question.
teaching all how to
Yes.
curtsy.
Oh,
Ah,
yes.
that was
Don't
super
forget
cute.
Og's left on curtsying. Eric, how do I post a job?
I think we went over like you just share it with me so I can check it over, and then you can just post it in the job board.
I sent it to you, and you said that is great.
Yeah. Post
Cool.
I think. Can I get some slight XP for the given the melody thing?
Oh
thought
yes,
that was
yes, yes, yes,
super
yes. Yeah.
Oh, and Guillaume XP for giving his sword.
Yes.
And company XP for renegotiating the payment for a sword that was already taken.
The
Look,
reimbursement for the sword.
Now that it's
How much
becoming a
XP do
business
we get
and
for
not
all
an
this?
actual warehouse, we can't just give that out for free. We gotta have people sign stuff.
Yeah, how much XP
You
do we
gotta
get for all of our
sign out.
bullshit roleplay tonight?
Oh god.
It's gonna be like a library. If you don't return it, we're gonna charge you. We're gonna hunt you down until you fucking pay up.
I'm pretty sure that's how like cops have to check in weapons and stuff like that. So we're becoming more and more like cops every day. I hope you know.
Yes, but the good kind, like not the current bad kind. Better.
I'd say we're
That's
more
There
like
is
Ariel is
no
all
oversight.
we're like
we have
heavily
no-
freelancers.
That's true. You also don't have any oversight. That's not.
Yeah,
good.
there's no
This time
union.
Ariel's gonna get rid of all the government.
Yeah, we are actively trying to get rid of laws. And not only is there no oversight, several of our members have the ability to literally change reality how we see fit.
Are we the baddies?
Not necessarily.
Mm, you
Great.
have close
Should
to
have that word
absolute
with
power, but you've not yet been corrupted.
Oh boy.
Crake would like to beg the differ, but
Yeah, I'm looking directly at Craig.
Yeah, maybe Craig is corrupted. But,
actually no. Crake has sacrificed
Okrin.
everything.
Oh yeah.
Okrin is literally killed children.
Well, goblin fetus.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Is the Phoenix Guard problematic?
I can't believe we're getting canceled like this.
We are actively canceling ourselves.
Cancel culture, the entire Phoenix Guard.
Blythe canceling Phoenix Guard from the inside.
I'll cancel
you're
anyone.
welcome
I'll
to
cancel
come
you. I'll cancel your dog. I'll cancel myself.
I forget if this is an adequate amount. If not, I'm definitely gonna add more. But is
I can tell you right now, you should probably like double it.
We got
Okay.
7,700 last mission.
7,700, as in 7,700.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
And 50.
I'll add more.
Thank you. That's
Guillaume
XP.
should level up this time, maybe.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna get 6,900. Yes, yes, very nice. And 3,450 gold.
Wait, can we figure out a way to get 345 more experience for everyone? Or for the entire party? 345 divided by 5. That would be 69.
Oh.
Have
Is
you?
that what's happening?
Wait. What? Couldn't we? Wouldn't it just be easier to negotiate getting 420 more experience?
Oh yeah.
You know what? Yes, add 400 or 420. It'd have to be 42.
42, because
69, 42. Because
Point
420 would ruin the
0.
69.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hell yeah.
Fucking incredible. Absolutely stellar work here,
Jesus
folks.
fucking Christ! This session,
This
Welcome to
session
the good
was
squad, Renee.
one of the best sessions.
it was honestly so much fucking fun.
I think this is the perfect way to start playing D&D.
Yes, this is the perfect way to start playing D&D with absolute
We're the-
chaos and
We're the fun squad.
jokes.
We